I connect my intellect, my mind with Baba, one who is the creator. He is the ocean. I receive from Baba, but even to receive, I need to be embodiment of that quality. I receive from Baba His unlimited love, but I have to remind myself that I am a loveful soul. As I am loveful soul, I am able to experience unlimited love of Baba. That as an instrument, I share God's love with all other souls. God's love makes the souls feel belonging to God. And now I remind myself that I am a point of light. And as a point of light, I think of Baba. Baba is also light. So I receive God's light and share God's light with all the souls. I am also a powerful soul and I receive all powers from Baba, and I share power with all the souls. I am a peaceful soul, and I receive peace from Baba, and I share peace with the world. I receive blessings from Baba, and share blessings with all the souls. And now, with my own qualities, I connect with Baba so that I can receive unlimited from Baba. And we take Drishti from Baba and take all qualities, receive my inheritance.
Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. Today is our day 15 of our 21 days Bhakti Self-Sovereignty title, Lord of the Poor. Elevated Sanskar, it's Sanath. It's a Hindi word, one who has parents. So now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. I should say that I am seeing the self-sovereigns of Confluence Age. Yes, very, very happy to see hands and the nodding of the head. At least we are experiencing, right? We are understanding and also practicing. So I'm very, very happy to look at all the self-sovereigns, and it's very, very important when we want to experience from Baba his love, his power, his light, that I use the knowledge and in soul consciousness emerge my that quality. Even if there are some who say there are obstacles and there must be something that I don't experience Baba's love, I always say, because that quality of love in you somewhere has got merged. Sometimes it does happen because of circumstances, situations. We don't keep our my quality of love emerge. So use knowledge, whichever quality you want to experience from Baba. You have to be in that quality. And that's called yoga. Same energy. Baba, I am loveful and you are ocean of love. And this is really also true yoga. That's how I learned yoga, when I understood how to connect with God. But if I am very, very peaceless, I am in anger, and I want to experience love from God. But your feelings, your energy is not there to experience God's love. So that is why we say Baba gives us knowledge and apply knowledge. That is, you are practicing soul consciousness, creating the awareness and the feelings that, yes, Baba, I am a peaceful soul and you are ocean of peace. And then connection happens instantly, and then you start experiencing. And I know that we had been thinking, spinning about Swadharshan Chakra, because it is very, very important to spin chakra of the self-realization, because every moment from the sanskars and from external atmosphere, from other souls, there is always some kind of the sanskars keep emerging from the past. Always, if we stop Sudarshan chakra, you will find other chakra begin, and that is, we always look at others. We call it pardarshan. Pardarshan means I'm thinking of this or situation or it's very, very, very natural, right? So that means I'm allowing now my sanskars to emerge. And then they put us into another trap, another checker. So as much as possible, remind yourself of your, I'm at confluence age, I'm Baba's child, becoming angel, then I have to become deity. Or really, what is very beautiful is to practice five forms drill. Whether when a Beg Bab Dada is making us to, or there is a beautiful song in which all forms are described. You can really, really experience that. And as much we do that, then not only we will move forward, but also not allow to keep circling in the sense of up and down. I have to be ascending all the time because even if I come down little, then go, it's quite a lot, no? But keep ascending. That's only possible if I pay attention to being Swardarshan Chakradhari. Because these are like creating elevated sanskars, right? Elevated sanskars of being Swardarshan Chakradhari. I'm glad that we took this from the Murli and we are practicing. And if we keep practicing, then it really becomes so natural, like you feel this is what you are. Mhm. And that is what very important. Not I know, my intellect understand, but I feel, I experience, and then the beauty of that in your life is something very, very magical. Now we say that Baba is the Lord of Poor. So when we look at Brahma Baba, right? So was Baba poor? He had a lot of wealth, he had diamond business, and but there are two things he was seeking. Even if he had a lot of wealth, good family, business, but still he was searching. He was seeking something which could help him internally to have inner peace, inner power, wisdom, that is knowledge. So he was seeking, no? So a beggar begs, but he was seeking. It's also begging in a way, no? So he was not begging for money, but he was begging for, seeking for inner treasures where there is purpose, there is destination, there is lot of inner treasures and fulfillment. And secondly, I think that one who can, no, Baba says beggar to prince. Now, what is that beggar to prince? I like that very much is that when you are able to surrender everything to Baba, nothing belongs to you. I am just a trustee. So you are beggar now because you surrender everything to Baba. And then whatever you get from Baba, you become prince. I have seen that many, many souls, when they come to Baba, whether they have lot of money or no money, but everything really begins with what you are getting from Baba or from your elevated actions. That means I transfer the old one into the new. So beggar to prince. How do I become beggar to prince? First I have to be beggar, and beggar really means what? Nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to Baba. I'm trusting. Little subtle aspect. I remember few souls came to take knowledge, good professionals. And most of the people these days, as much money they have, that much they invest, so they don't have money. So they live on credit card, right? So I start teaching them, no, you can't do that now. So whatever then the new type way of life where they didn't want it too much, they didn't want it to waste anything. And then whatever they were earning, they were spending properly according to Srimad. Plus all waste anyway finishes. Nobody wastes money, right, after coming to knowledge. Nobody just go and spend money on restaurants or just go and buy a lot of good clothes. No. So then from there, whatever they have is like life of a prince. Not only in golden age we become prince, but here our experience is that. So one is that Baba fills our apron with knowledge, with love, with, and Baba said that's your inheritance now. My inheritance from God make me happy, peaceful, loveful, and always feel inside very rich. Every Baba's child, if we look at them, they look like prince because also there is a sanskar to share with others. Whatever we have, we always like to share. One time someone said, it seems you all have a lot. I said, why? How you think? Because you all always want to give. Totally, you want to give gift. Then I realized that that's what Baba has taught us, like you are a prince. So our sanskars of royalty emerge. So I like this very much when how we were just seeking, wandering, and then Baba used to say, it's orphans like orphans. They don't have home, then there is no sustenance and there is no feeling of inheritance. Their character, their company, their habits. And now we look at our royalty, right? We don't have any habit which is waste or negative. Everything is good. How we wake up in the morning, our day routine, the food we eat, way we sleep and then wake up in the morning. It's like a princess and prince and princess. So you have to feel that, right? Beggar to prince. One is, of course, everything belongs to Baba. And secondly, feeling this as belonging to Baba, I am enjoying inheritance in my life. And those who have inheritance, even if they work, they don't have to work too much, right? They have inheritance. So we don't labor, right? Purity, love, peace, happiness, my inheritance from my parents. And for me, I really, really love this relationship with Baba as child and parents. One is because the inheritance you get, whatever are Baba's qualities, each quality is within us, but very little in percentage. What I have to do now to make it full? Each one of us, we think we always love peace. But then, how to remain peaceful was a big challenge. Now I am able to remain peaceful. So there was within the soul this quality of peace, that very little, as new moon we call it. And then what we have to do is to become full moon, 16 degrees. We have to keep reminding myself that yes, I am peaceful soul, I know now, but also I inherit from Baba the treasure of peace, treasure of love. So this is called belonging to parents. So you had time for reflection, creating the feelings of life of prince and princess, beggar to prince, right? So when we say that God is the Lord of poor, so He's our Lord because we were seeking for inner treasures. So that poverty He has come, He has removed, make us realize about our inheritance, and then also help us to live a life of where we are not seeking or begging, but rather we have become bestower, bestower of love, of happiness, power, spiritual relationships. So we have become prince in the sense of bestower. And also really, if all of us look at our life, what it was before and now, everyone will feel, right? Do you all feel as prince, princess? Yeah. Who doesn't feel? I think every one of you feel. And then think now more as I am saying it, that how inner treasures are full. And Baba has, providing us enough. mm, And also then because we are doing charitable actions, right? Always bestow, always shares with others. So it's a life of prince and princess because king always bestows, king always gives, right? And we are prince, princess. So remind yourself that I belong to my supreme parents, and also such a royal family, lovely family, unlimited, of prince and princess. So we really thank the Lord of Poor that He bestowed us, reminded us of our inheritance, and gave us the life of Prince Princess. Of course, we are looking forward for Golden Age because outside world is very, very mm, full of sufferings and sorrow. But otherwise, internally, at Confluence Age, we have very, very beautiful life. So think more on this and experience, create that experience. Look at your life. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now, I'd like to invite Sister Gayatri to come and guide us for tomorrow's homework.
Om Shanti, everyone, and of course, good evening, good night. As I hear Sister Mohini speak, and I also think about the experiences I've been having just going through this homework, as it were, just going through having these different kinds of mind, intellect, sanskaras connected so deeply to Baba's Murli. I feel that so much is coming out of me, and I can share so much every night. But of course, this is not about me sharing what is going on for me, but I just want to tell you that I'm sure a lot is going on for you, as well as so much of Baba's richness gets into the soul through his words, through feeling those words, and we're able to emerge being so different every single Lord of the Poor, and me being Sanath. I really love that word. It's a word that really, when I heard, if you can put it up on the screen for me, please. And the title is The Lord of the Poor. The elevated sanskara is Sanath. Now, Sanath means, of course, one who has parents, but the exact meaning is one who belongs to the Lord. And so let's look at the awareness that Baba set for us to have our cooperative companions help us and take us into the depths. So the awareness is Sanath is the one who possesses everything. The rich are called Sanath, and the poor are called Anath. Now, Sanath, the one who belongs to the Lord, and Anath, the one who doesn't. Sanath is the one who has parents, and Anath is an orphan. Sanath is one who is the embodiment of the wealth of knowledge. Anath is the one who lives in the darkness of the temporal material possessions. That means they live with just the physical wealth. The connection between the Lord of the Poor and Sanath is Baba works with ordinary human beings, and he makes them into the wealthiest of the wealthy, the multi-millionaires. And as Sister Mohini says, this is all about the internal imperishable treasures. And of course, being poor is about seeking and begging for that which we have lost. So the check and change, and by the way, there is a beautiful, for those of you who come from Christian backgrounds before becoming Brahmins, there's a beautiful saying in Christianity that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. And so this is what it means, Sanat and the Lord of the poor. The Bible comes for the poor ones, and also whose intellects are very simple. So our check and change is for the mind. What is the Lord? What is in the Lord of the poor's heart? And to understand that, so that I can change what's going on in my mind in terms of understanding where Baba is coming from when he talks about being the Lord of the poor, we have to understand what's in his heart. So Baba is saying, I am the Lord of the poor. Everyone's sorrow and poverty should all end. This is what's in his heart. Sorrow and poverty cannot be reduced except through knowledge. So think about being Anath, the one who has no knowledge, and then think about being Sanat, the one who possesses everything through knowledge. And then, of course, we'll see the difference in our thoughts. And then the intellect, what are we checking? How can I have a broad intellect to understand Baba, the Lord of the poor? So Baba is saying, this is how you check it. And this is what you'll see in order to change. It is in your intellects that all are poor and that we must give them something. Because the Father is the Lord of the poor, he says, give them something through which they can become wealthy forever. Otherwise, to give clothes, etc., is a common thing. And why should we get involved in that? We should change the souls from orphans to wealthy, from Anath to Sanat. This is the world of orphans. Show them how to belong to the Lord and Master. And so this was very important because sometimes that question comes, why aren't we allowed to give money to organizations? Why aren't we allowed to give clothes? Why aren't we allowed to give all these different things? So then Baba is saying is that what they need is something deeper. They need to become Sanat. And Baba is here to take them out of always begging for things of the material world. And then, of course, the sanskara that Baba is asking us to check and change. And it was very beautiful. How did Lakshmi and Narayan become so wealthy? How did they become Sanat? Did they fight for it? Or did they inherit it from someone rich? Did they receive the throne in the way other kings do? Or did they receive this wealth based on their actions? So how did they become Sanat? And to understand that again, the change in the perspective and to understand it the way Baba wants us to understand it. And so it could touch those sanskaras within us of becoming like Lakshmi and Narayan. Baba says, Lakshmi and Narayan in their Brahmin birth belonged to the Lord and Master, knowing that he was making them wealthy. They had disinterest in the entire old world, knowing that the old world would be destroyed. So they were totally detached from that. They weren't taking the wealth from the old world. They became Sanat by understanding the unique way in which the Father taught them about actions. So the terms neutral actions, and sinful actions were completely clear to them. So they just didn't leave it at the